Hello and thanks for stopping by. This is the first video in a series of videos in which I'm going to show you how to make a decent looking dashboard in Microsoft Excel. So a bit about this dashboard. It's completely made up. All the figures which I've put in are self-generated, just completely random, mostly ran between functions, so nothing's actually kind of factual within this dashboard. And it's a dashboard about energy. We're going to track gas and electric within this dashboard. In fact, it's probably easier if I just actually go in and show you. So yeah, our supplier is E.ON, as you can see up here, and what we're doing is we're tracking gas and electricity over a period of months. But you can put anything. I mean, you're not restricted to doing gas and electricity, obviously. You can put absolutely anything you want in here. What I'm going to be showing you with this dashboard is the type of charts that I've got, the type of dynamic aspect of this workbook, and obviously this cool kind of little header bar which you can navigate around, a navigation bar. So yeah, let's start. So as you've already seen, I've got this cool little navigation bar up here, and as we click on each tab, it takes us to a different page, housing different information. So the first one is a summary page, and it's just summarising information on gas and electricity usage and spend. So this first one, total spend on gas and electricity today, very simple bar chart, just given as a sum. Completely self-updating. You never have to touch this. If you start to add information, it will constantly add it all up, which is pretty useful. And we've got a cost split of gas and electricity here in a percentage. So we've spent this much on gas, this much on electricity in terms of percentages. And then below here we've got an average bill and standard deviation. So it works out our average bill and then gives us our variance on top of that, which is pretty useful. Which again is completely self-updating. We never have to touch these figures at all. And just to give you a demo of that, if we go into our data input sheet and we start to add a new row, so right click on here, insert rows below the table. Oh dear, they shouldn't be in there. Obviously I've done something wrong with that. It should come up and it should appear like this when you insert a new row, which it will when you set the table up right from the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to add a new month into here, May 2014, and we're going to start to add some random figures, so just bear with me a second while I do this. It's quite low actually. Let's add some more into there. There we go. Damn it, what have I done there? Mind. And that. There we go. So as you can see, I've added some more information to the bottom of here. These grey columns have worked their own formulas out, and I've just filled in these kind of ready pinky ones with the information. Now going back to the summary page, you can see that this is updated, this chart's updated, and all our ranges for our other charts have updated as well, and also this is updated. Everything on this chart is completely self-updating. We don't have to do anything. Okay, so the next chart across, we've got it's a simple line chart with two series. One's gas usage and electricity usage, and it's currently we can see a 6-month window of the usage, but if we use this little scroll bar here, we can actually scroll through and see the different months with the different usages. So that's pretty cool. Below that we've got, it's exactly the same, but it's for spend instead of usage. So again, click through there and we can just see the different months and our spends. And then the last chart here is this spend versus allowance by month. So what we can do is we can choose a month and it will give us how much allowance we set ourselves for that month. Currently this is just set at 250, and it will show us how much we spent. So let's choose the new month I've just added, which is March 2014. As you can see, it's 96, and then our gauge updates as well. Now this gauge is from a company called bGraphic. It's a third-party add-on for Microsoft Excel. It's pretty cool tool. It looks very professional. It can be a bit fiddly. I do have another video on bGraphic and how to use the gauges, so feel free to check that out. But on the next dashboard, I'm probably not going to put this in here. even though it's kind of self-generating, it is a bit fiddly, so I'm not going to show you how to do that, but I do have another video on these gauges. So that's the summary page. A few cool features there. I mean, some of them are very basic, you know, your self-updating statistics there, formulas, and then you've got your kind of window charts here, and I'll show you how to do that on the next videos. Moving across to the data input tab, this is a very simple table. Control T gets you table if you've got a range of data to create into a table. As you've seen, you can right click and go to insert rows below, and it will insert row, and if it's set up right, it will be completely blank, be in line with the formulas that you've put in it. If you are connected to Microsoft SQL Server, you can run a query from SQL Server and have this table to be completely self-generating. You won't ever have to do anything, which is really, really cool. And I may do a video tutorial on how to do that at a later date. So we'll click on our next tab, which is gas information. It's all to do with gas, the information on gas, solely on gas. So this is the spend timeline here. And what I've tried to get across here is you can select from a date to a date, and this will deliver those dates back to you. So if we want to view from April to, let's say, July, as you see there, it gives our 4-month window, April to July. Yeah, completely on its own. And these validation lists are again self-generating, self-updating. We never have to touch them. They're always going to give us the latest result. And we've got a little box here. It says all time. Click on that. Now it returns us the information from the first selection here to the last selection. So that's pretty useful. Next, we've got a comparison chart, and it allows us to compare 2 months side by side in a simple bar chart. And this is all to do with spend. So if we want to compare January of 2013 and January of 2014, as you can see, there's a difference of £51 there within the spends. Scrolling down, we've got exact copy of what's up here, except for it's for usage instead of spend. Excuse me. These work independently from one another. They're not linked in any way, so we can go from November to April. Again, click on all time. This will return as results from all time, and this comparison works in exactly the same way as the one above. Okay, and our final one is all to do with the electricity, and it's exactly the same as the gas. Again, there's not really any reason for me to take you through these because it's essentially what's in the gas page. Although I do want to remove that series right there, that shouldn't be in there. There we go. So yeah, that's my dashboard. I hope you like it. What we're going to do is go through this from scratch, show you how to build the actual user interface and this kind of navigation bar, and then I'm going to show you how to do some of the dynamic aspects of these charts. There's one last feature which is pretty cool, which is this up here in this logo. I've linked it to a web page. If you just click on that, what it'll do is it'll take you to the internet, and for the purposes of this dashboard, it takes us to E.ON's online website where we can go into our account and pay our bills. So yeah, as I say, that's pretty much it. I hope you like it. Next video, we're going to start with the data input. We're going to start inputting the data in which to build the rest of our charts on. So we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.